Good evening, I'm Bo Williams. Welcome to the 7. A house in Knoxville's Lonsdale neighborhood boarded up by police and prosecutors is at the top of our Big 7 story list for you tonight. District Attorney General Sean Williams calls it a, quote, haven for drug use, quarreling, breaches of the peace, drug sales, and medical emergencies. And she says the 2 people have died there from drug overdoses. The DA's office posting these pictures to Facebook showing the plywood going up and the notices about a Knox County judge ordering it closed under the state's nuisance law. Now, DA Sean Williams offering up facts and figures behind the move. That house getting the grim description sits in the 1500 block of Minnesota Avenue. Now, including more than 80 calls for police to come out, Allen says detectives used informants to buy drugs, so they were able to get a search warrant. That search finding cocaine, meth, fentanyl, guns. But Allen's office says that even after the search, the alleged drug dealing kept going, leading to this closure. This marks 63 times police and prosecutors have shuttered a home or business under the nuisance law. Our next Big 7 story tonight at 7, learning the name of a person hit and killed while crossing a street. The fatal encounter happening 1 week ago today. Investigators telling us it was around 6 a.m. when they got the call, sending them out to Western Avenue near the intersection with Middlebrook Pike. Now this afternoon, police sharing the victim's name, Curtis Lawrence, saying that he was 72 years old. Lawrence died at UT Medical Center. According to police, the driver of the SUV stayed at the scene and has not been charged. KPD crash reconstruction investigators still working to learn more about what led to the incident. Next on our Big 7 at 7 list for you, a look at the next phase of the holiday season. Giving Tuesday is the name that's been tacked on to the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, after Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's a chance to make sure the spirit of helping your neighbor isn't pushed aside by all the celebrations. Helping neighbors in need is the everyday mission of Mobile Meals. And the group tells us they can use as many volunteers as they can get. Mobile Meals feeds more than 1,100 older adults here in East Tennessee. Instead of having to visit a food bank, volunteers bring pre-portioned meals to the people of Greater Knox County who cannot make the trip themselves. While supplying meals to people across Knoxville is their main goal, it is also about the bonds created through the process.
We have seniors who really get to know the people that visit them, and they form friendships, they form bonds that are really critical. And we have a volunteer that will bring a meal to them, check in with them, say hi, and just kind of build a connection. So the holidays is a really important time for us, and we always need more help during the holidays to make sure that people have a warm, meal and like a smiling face every day.
December is the month of greatest need. The group tells us since regular volunteers also take breaks to celebrate the holidays. To find out more about their volunteer program, you can visit our website. We've got the details for you at WATE.com. And tomorrow, United Way of Greater Knoxville will launch the Big Give, a dynamic 24-hour online giving campaign to coincide with Giving Tuesday. Last year, the Big Give raised nearly $300,000 for 89 nonprofits. During the Big Give, organizations can earn extra funds based on the timing and amount of donations received. Donors are encouraged to follow the organizations they care about most on social media and set notification alerts so they know when they can help the nonprofits unlock additional support.
Our nonprofit partners see the Big Give as an opportunity to kind of showcase their work. It's a free platform for our nonprofit partners, largely in part because of First Horizon Bank as our sponsor. It's an extraordinary gift to our nonprofit partners that can then use this platform free of charge to share their story and hopefully get new donors to their base.
Big Give only happens one day a year to support United Way of Greater Knoxville and the more than 200 nonprofits it helps fund all year. You can give at the website on your screen. The event, by the way, starts at 12:01 a.m. tonight at biggiveknox.org. Our next Big 7 story for you, the effort to bring a former fugitive back here to East Tennessee. We've been following the Sean Williams story for more than a month now. Just today, we obtained this new mugshot of Williams following his arrest in Florida. U.S. Marshals confirming this afternoon that Williams has left Pinellas County, Florida, and is now on his way back here to Tennessee. Williams escaped police custody back in October and was not seen again until a month later in North Carolina. The trail ended in Florida after a convenience store clerk there reported a suspicious person. U.S. Marshals say Williams is moving through the prisoner transport system and says that it will take a while, most likely about 3 weeks, before he is back here in East Tennessee. Also on our Big 7 list for you tonight, a former Knoxville police officer entering a not guilty plea. Dan Rourke in a Knoxville federal courtroom today where he's facing child porn charges. You may remember when Rourke was arrested 3 weeks ago, U.S. Homeland Security and the TBI investigated an anonymous tip claiming that Rourke paid for explicit pictures of a juvenile. According to court paperwork, their investigation found that Rourke was in contact with the juvenile and their mother through a search of the victim's phone. KPD also performed an internal investigation that led to Rourke's firing. Now, this morning, a federal judge officially charged Rourke with production of child pornography. Rourke's attorney entered a not guilty plea on his part. A judge then scheduled Rourke's jury trial for Tuesday, January 23rd of next year. KPD also performed an internal investigation that led to Rourke's firing. Rourke had been with KPD since 2007, but had been assigned to technical services since 2020. Rourke is one of the officers who filed equal employment opportunity grievances against KPD a few months ago, claiming discrimination under a now ended policy, putting officers with injuries on modified duty, arguing they would have to get better or be fired. Next in our Big 7 list, numbers on holiday travel around Knoxville. Knoxville Police Department has just released its traffic report from the holiday weekend. The numbers, you see them here behind me, 30 crash investigations, 6 wrecks where someone was hurt, but thankfully, no one was killed. Police handed out 413 warnings, helped 58 drivers, arrested 9 drivers on suspicion of DUI. Another 382 tickets were passed out, with 107 for speeding. And over the holiday, Knoxville police say they made a total of 151 arrests. And we're wrapping up the Big 7 list for you with preparations for the rest of the holiday season. And beyond putting up the tree or hanging the lights, lots of people need to prepare mentally for the toll that Christmas time can take on their mental health. You know, today we checked in with the McNabb Center on signs to look out for and what to do if you know someone is beginning to isolate themselves during the Christmas season. Now that we've heard that the most dangerous could be is isolation.
People just withdraw. They tend to be less engaging, less interactive, not responding text messages or phone calls, or just, again, not their usual self. Encouraging them to engage, encouraging them to be involved with things, and just, again, trying to keep people from isolating themselves. That's when it can get dangerous.
Suggestion for fighting the holiday blues: creating new traditions in addition to the traditions you may have grown up with. Also, exercise can help your physical and mental health and can make a real difference, especially during the wintertime.